Hello. Oh, all my loyal subjects. I bring you more news. Again, freedom of information requests. Well, this is really rolling, isn't it? Right. The very beginning of this, there was the videos were about the council, which is what you might have to go back to if you want reference to this. I'm not sure which videos I mentioned it in, but it has been mentioned, and it's about Cambridgeshire County Highways. County Council, well, Cambridgeshire County Council Highways, which will make more sense for the CCC that you now see on the title. And basically, the lay-by that my mate trades from has not been resurfaced in 30 years, so I'm just going to put the window up actually. It's a bit noisy. Right, the lay-by that my mate trades from has not been resurfaced in 30 years. Certainly no more than a splattering of planings every now and again. And there's craters which would rival those found on the moon, I suspect. You can tell how happy I am having a beer. Which is unusual actually, I haven't had a drink through the week for the last 2 weeks. So, anyway, that aside. So I sent them an FOI request, guess what? Why haven't you resurfaced a lay-by? Now, for the last 5 years they've been denying responsibility for it, which was always a bit of a sticking point, because District Council said they just charged for a trading licence, and County Highways said no, it wasn't their responsibility. So now, tonight, finally, they have admitted it. It is their responsibility to maintain. So they've been lying for the last 5 years, surprisingly. So far that actually makes the police crime commissioner lied, obviously, when he said he could have these special powers to arrest me. Obviously the district council haven't. This is actually the second FOI request, really, that they haven't produced the evidence that is required to say that they can charge for trading licences. And of course also I was on to professional standards, and they've basically not answered an email as to why the police would not investigate violent behaviour by a council officer. So the list is growing. I mean, this is all in a week. But I have to say, I waited 5 years for this, and now this is all, you know, most of that stuff I've just said, it's all publicly accessible, so anyone can see that. So if they, you know, try and change their story or something now, it's not going to look good. I've got they sent it as an attachment, so I'm going to try and get that on Facebook later on. I can't just tweet it, I don't think, as a onto Facebook and stuff as normal. I'm not sure if people will be able to read the attachment. I might try, but I'm taking steps to try and just get the attachment on, basically just to prove they've lied for the last 5 years. And obviously this is pretty serious stuff. I mean, I'm laughing now because, you know, as I say, we've waited so long for this, and it's just all starting to, you know, a lot of it's probably half the problems have been exposed within a week, which is quite incredible. But this is really quite serious. I mean, this lay-by is in a really bad state, and actually, you know, people have had crashes down there because of the surface either pulling off the road or trying to get back onto the road. I mean, I'm sure people have been injured down there. I'm sure people have twisted their ankles, stuff like that. So really, they're endangering human life, especially with the aspect of cars pulling in and out on the highway. It's certainly gross negligence. It's health and safety would have a bloody field day. You know, obviously, the thing is now, with all this coming out now, I mean, I've reported all these things to the police in the past about the council charging illegally. I reported the PCC to the police when he threatened to arrest me, because it was obviously threatening behaviour, because he also threatened, you know, other measures, just to leave me in no doubt that, you know, they were going to leave no stone unturned to shut me up. And this is really the crux of it. It's not these revelations that are coming out now, which I knew were the case anyway. I know it's very hard for, you know, no matter how well you know me, no matter how honest you think I am, I know it's very hard to swallow some of the stuff that I'm saying about what these people are up to. But it's not just these revelations coming out, it's the fact that all these things have been reported to the police time and time and time again. Several times again, in some cases. And they've done nothing. So this isn't just about the Police Crime Commissioner, this just isn't about county highways. This is about the police not doing their job, quite frankly. Which Cambridge Police are very good at, shall we say. And quite frankly, they're a disgrace. And more and more of this stuff is going to come out in the very near future, because there's more FOI requests that have been lodged. And they're just basically making their way through the system. So really who we're looking at now for this is the police, completely. You know, obviously the missing money, the stolen money, the illegal charging, that's got to be accounted for. But really, this is now on the shoulders of the police, because they've had all these things reported to them, and they've done sod all, to be quite frank. In fact, you know, here they are trying to have me arrested, trying to have me sent to jail for threatening a council officer who charges £240 for a £3 court summons. I mean, I don't quite know what's going on here, but it's just today is just one more step to making the police look like the absolute moronic imbeciles they are, because they're obviously protecting their friends. I'm not going to piss about. They are protecting their friends, they're protecting the council, they're protecting the Police Crime Commissioner. They've blatantly refused to investigate these things, moreover to the point, they've tried to have me silenced on several occasions. And it's just not going to happen. And I know they're watching this, because I've had emails back saying I've watched your video. A day after I've done it. So it's not like they're slack on the uptake either. So they know what's going on. Chief Constable's bent. I'll say it here and now, because my statement's disappeared. Yeah. So where's that gone? Never mind why weren't the council investigated. Why don't they have my statement to reproduce a copy of so I can see it? Do you know what I mean? And yet they come around my house at 9 o'clock at night and they wonder why I wouldn't accompany them down the station. Oh, hello. Yes, I'll wander off with two strange men at 9 o'clock at night, probably never to be seen again. Right, so it is going to come through in dribs and drabs like this now, but this believe me, is huge. Cambridgeshire County Council have in fact admitted gross negligence, endangering life, contravening health and safety, and that's the email I've had back today.